If you clicked on that thumbnail and wondered if they're really from the same garden, I'm going to pick the very beets that you saw in that thumbnail right now in front of your very eyes. Here's the other. Same garden. We're gonna make more of them look like this next. Hey, welcome back. My name is Brian. I'm glad you're here with the lovely Mrs. Flannel. And what we're doing is we're harvesting our mango beets. And as you can see in this portion, directly behind me, you can tell here, this is where our chickens were. And we let the chickens in the whole area, but this is right where their house was, their coop. And the majority of their poop ended up in this area. Now, we didn't let it cool, we just planted in it. So quite clearly, I think we have some sort of nitrogen deficiency. So what ended up happening was, of the, 6,000 square feet, I think that we figured out that we planted, we have about 200 square feet that really exploded with life. So what we're gonna do is pull the beets that are of sufficient size. The rest of it has kind of been overrun. The corn has already gone to silk. The cobs are quite sad in size. So what we're gonna do is, because we're right here by our pig pen, is we're gonna harvest this. And then instead of trying to save that or even harvest it, because I don't think it's gonna be worth it, we're going to wire this off and let the pigs go to town. Pig poop, similar to chicken poop, is very, very good for the ground. I'm gonna take you to this area over here, where you see all this luscious green. This is where pigs were just a few months ago. These are some volunteer, were these squash or pumpkin?
I'm not sure what, there's some kind of squash. They're all volunteers.
Because there's whatever those are. Little baby pumpkins. But you can see the size of the leaves in here and the greenery. The nitrogen content is insane.
A little mini pumpkin.
A little mini pumpkin.
That's a decorative pumpkin.
Which we fed them. So what we hope to do is, when the pigs run through there, we're gonna let them run through for, how long do we say, a couple months?
Yeah, long enough so that we can do our cover crop.
A good nitrogen fixing cover crop is legumes. So we're gonna plant a winter pea in there. So we're gonna run them through July, August, maybe into September. Once they churn it up, poop all over it, mix it all up for us, then we're gonna come back and plant the winter peas. And then before the peas go to seed is when you want to eliminate them, and then next year when we plant here, we should have a substantially better crop. But I'm super excited about the mango beets actually working. We're gonna talk more about mango beets here in a minute. First, we need to do some harvesting. From an article on Off Grid News, this is the 20-pound plant your ancestors used to grow to feed livestock. Mango beets, known as forage beets or mango wurzer beets, were a staple crop on many homesteads until the advent of modern-day farming equipment and the rise of big agriculture. Their use is recorded in writings dating back to the 1400s, and many modern homesteaders are reviving the popularity of this type of beet, ourselves included. The root of the red mammoth mango and the giant yellow beet will grow to an average of 15 to 20 pounds apiece, thus providing a sizable amount of feed, up to 50 tons per acre. These beets prefer natural soil and are capable of thriving in less than ideal soil conditions. Full sun, however, is necessary. Sow seeds directly into prepared soil 1 month before the final frost date for an early harvest, or 10 to 12 weeks before the fall frost date for a late harvest. Seeds should be placed 2 inches apart, and seedlings must be thinned out early. Rows should be spaced no less than 12 inches apart. A moderate amount of rainfall or irrigation is necessary for optimal growth to facilitate this. Greens can be harvested at any time. Plucking a few leaves from each plant will not stress the root and will allow you or your livestock to enjoy nutrient-rich greens for many weeks. Roots can be harvested anywhere from 70 to 100 days after planting. It is important to protect the roots from drying out in warmer climates. The beets may be stored in the field and dug up as needed. In colder climates, store mango beets in a root cellar or other cool, dry area. Traditionally, mango beets are not used as livestock fodder until January. During the time between harvest and January, certain components begin to break down in the root, making them easier to digest and less likely to cause digestive issues in your livestock. To supplement your poultry feed and provide a pecking distraction, simply hang a beetroot in the coop. Greens can be fed to the poultry as well. For other livestock, including cattle, horses, pigs, goats, beets are best sliced or cut into chunks before adding them to a daily ration of feed. All right, so we harvested the ones worth harvesting. which has given us a pile that I would estimate to be at least 300 pounds, maybe more. I'm gonna go weigh a few of them, give you an average. Look at this. The one I harvested for the thumbnail wasn't even the biggest one that we pulled. They're monsters. We're back from our weigh-in. So they said they get up to 15 to 20 pounds. And this monster, which is, you can see the size of my very large head, is right at 7 pounds. So this is half the size that they have the potential to be. If we left them in longer, they might have kept growing. But we already know that the backside of that field is nutrient deficient. So we want to get to restoring it as quickly as possible. So we're gonna store these in a barrel, I think, with some straw out of the sun, keep them from drying out, and let them sit. And then we'll feed them to the piggies, cows and chickens for 3 days. It'll save us feed for 3. What we have done though is proved the concept. So now that we know that these will grow in our climate, we know that they will get to a good size, and you just witnessed we harvested several hundred pounds of feed in about 30 to 40 minutes. We didn't need massive equipment. Cheryl sent us a seeder, so we're gonna be able to plant more efficiently next spring. Thanks for joining us today. If you haven't already, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel. You never know when we're gonna do homesteading stuff or spiritual stuff or political stuff or any of the stuff that the algorithm says you're not supposed to do. See you next time. Bye.